Yo, what is up, gamers? It's Sebastian coming to a brand new video. Now, last week I was really ill, and this week is Rise as Utrecht, so I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna wait until I come back from Utrecht, and then I'm gonna bombard you all with a bunch of content. However, one of my favorite Link monsters is HEATSOUL. One of my favorite decks is Salamangreat. So when I heard today, literally today, that HEATSOUL would be in the Salamangreat structure deck, whoa, my mind was blown. So I figured I just had to. I had to make a deck profile. So here we go. We have Salamangreat Code Talker. And you may notice this is not like your usual Salamangreat deck. Well, firstly, it's actually budget Salamangreat if you don't think about it. And secondly, it's not really Salamangreat, but rather HEATSOUL good stuff, with Salamangreat being the best sort of Cyber's engine to utilize HEATSOUL here. And so let's get into the deck. Let's start with the Salamangreat cards, because that's the natural way to start. With 2 Gazelle, 1 Foxy, 2 Spinny, 1 Falco, 2 Jaguar. Then we play 3 Buffalo, because this card's insane. 3 Exceed, because it makes Baguska, which is insane. Also, this helps you OTK through Nibiru very easily. And then 3 Microcoder. I'm going to get back to this, but this card is insane. Then we have 3 Circle, 1 Sanctuary, 1 Mining, 3 Desires, and 1 Conflict. Now, why Conflict? You may be thinking, what is this card? Huh? Well, if you read Microcoder, this card says if a Cyber's monster you control will be used as link material for a Code Talker monster, you can use Microcoder from your hand to link summon a Code Talker monster. And then if this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard to summon a Code Talker monster, you can add any Signet spell trap card from your deck to your hand. That includes Signet Mining as well, so it's a voter on top. And then also it has an effect where you can add a level 4, but like it has to add a level 4 to, wow, you can add Jaguar, doesn't matter. You're using it to add Conflict or Mining. And Conflict, you may not know what this card does, but think, okay, every deck has that counter trap where you can negate a spell trap card or monster effect. Now imagine that, except not only is the card you negate banished, your opponent cannot activate cards with the same name for the rest of that turn. Let's say your opponent has 2 Branded Fusion, and they activate one, and you Signet Conflict it. Normally they'll be able to activate a second one. However, because Conflict says they can't activate another one, it's just stuck in their hand. Another card for shooter, if they do for shooter to summon from hand, you can Conflict it gets banished. If they somehow get another for shooter engraved, they can't activate it. Conflict is insane. This card is absurd. And so this deck is basically built around ending on HEATSOUL with Conflict and Baguska. And let's do the hand traps before I talk about the extra deck. But we have 3 DD Crow, 2 Phaler, 3 Mat C, 3 Ash, 1 Nibiru because it's the 4th copy of Mat C, and also you don't want to see Nibiru in dead matchups like against Despia. And then we have 3 Imperm. And now for the extra deck, we have 1 Stadio, 1 Baguska. This card is better into this card is so much better into Despia than Drello is, because Despia has literally 0 ways to out Baguska. Because if you don't know, Branded Fusion says you cannot link summon. Yeah, so as you can imagine, this card is very strong against that. Also into Short Sword, it's nice because the only out to it is literally just Fishuda. So you just play to out the Fishuda, like. And you have Link Spider. This you can tribute a Nib token to turn into a Cyber's effect. It's relevant for the OTK through Nib. 2 Balinch, 1 Lingrubo. Lingrubo is very important because HEATSOUL requires monsters with different attributes. So if you do the standard like Gazelle line, you have like Sunlight Wolf, you have a Salamangreat monster, you just turn that Salamangreat monster into a Lingrubo, and now you can make a HEATSOUL. Then you have Code Talker. This is so that this is just if I have like 1 monster on field and I just want to just turn it into a Code Talker name to go with Microcoder. Works with that. Let's say I open like Buffalo Microcoder. Instead of going Buffalo Pitch Microcoder, I might just want to go Buffalo into Balinch, then Balinch Coda into Code Talker, and then search Conflict or search Mining. Right, so that's like something to consider. Then we play Update Jammer for the OTK. We play Sunlight Wolf. We only play 1 Sunlight Wolf, 1 because this is budget Salamangreat Smile. And also because you're not playing War, you're not playing Rage in this. You don't actually need it. Like, your board is like HEATSOUL, Baguska, Conflict, and then next turn you kill them. Like, very easily. So, you don't actually need more than one Sunlight Wolf. It's just there to like, get the add back Gazelle. And then we played 2 Splash Mage. The second one is very important for the follow-up, but it's not necessary. Then we played Transcode. For the OTK line, you go Splash Mage update into access code rather than doing transcode. You save transcode for either turn 3 or if they Nibiru you, and I'll get into that in a second. Then you have HEATSOUL, the most important card in this deck. Pay 1,000 life points, draw a card. You notice it's a code talker, so it works with microcoder. It's also a code talker name you need for Signet Conflict, really broken. And so you pay 1,000, draw a card, quick effect, so it's Pot of Greed. They've legalized Pot of Greed. Insane. And then we play 2 access code. You may be wondering, why 2 access code? Well, 1, I had 2 already, and it's a nice flex. But actually, it's unironically optimal, because in your typical combo, in your typical OTK line, you go Splash Mage update into access, but they can Nibiru you. So if they Nibiru you there, you can turn the Nib token into Link Spider, and let's say you have Etseed or just like 2 bodies. If you have Etseed, it's really easy. You just summon Etseed to Link Spider Stone, summon another one, then you make Transcode. Or there's like any way to make Transcode and like Link Spider. So Nib token plus 2 monsters makes Transcode. Transcode brings back Update Jammer. And neither Update Jammer or Access Code is once per turn. Just in case you're wondering. Neither of these effects are once per turn, so you just make a second Access Code and you just kill them. It's really quite that simple. And you may, just real quick notes, this list is mostly based on Yahweh Sang's first place state championship list. From like, I think like 5 or 6 months ago in the TCG. It's based off that list. But also, I had played a regional with a similar deck, but much, much worse. Like, the deck I played a regional with was much worse, but I got top 4 with it. And that just shows how insane Conflict is. I wasn't even playing Baguska. I wasn't playing Baguska. I played against 3 Despot. This was the first time I was playing the deck first time I was actually playing games with the deck, and I've destroyed all 3 Despia players in a row at the regional. Without Baguska, that's because like this card's insane. It was like 52. If I get enough likes, I'll show you guys like how I build it in Master Duel. But it's basically like this, but with Adventure on top. And I was playing like Cherubini, and it was a weird deck, but it was fun to play. I really enjoyed playing it, but it was so bad. But if you guys if this video gets enough likes, then I'll show you guys how I build that in Master Duel. You can also find it on my channel if you just search like Scepter 360 Salamangreat Adventure. You'll probably find it, something like that. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. I'll show you guys the microcoder combos in another video if this gets enough likes. But until next time, I'll see you gamers later, and goodbye.